guys and girls, it's Nathan Birch here from the B.Invested.com.au group of companies, and I'm here today to give you some questions that you should be asking when selecting a new mortgage broker, because it's very important, I believe, when building a property portfolio. If you have all the foundations in place as far as accounting, solicitors, all that sort of stuff, when it comes to buying a property, you've got 50% of it comes down to having the right finance and having the finance to be able to buy the deal, and 50% of it comes down to being able to make that deal happen. So one thing that I've always been very important with is I'm 100% confident in my deal making decisions and being able to make deals happen in the marketplace for myself and for other people. But the other thing is having the finance to be able to fund that. And that's where I've always made sure that I want to have the best people around me to be able to give me the money so I can buy everything I want to buy. So you don't get to a portfolio of my size without having the right team and the right experts around you. And I spent most of my time as a property investor building the right team of finance people around me to be able to ensure that I can keep going. And that's why I started Zinger Finance. I've got a mortgage brokering firm called Zinger Finance. If you want to have a look at it, email the guys at the email address below, or check out the website zingerfinance.com.au to find out more about why we're uniquely different. With it, I do have some notes here that I've made. It's rare that I sit here and talk to you with notes, but there's just a few points here of questions that I would be asking a mortgage broker or a finance person, whether it be a bank, whoever, about what they do and how they can help you. So these are just a few pointers. We do have more questions to ask, but I can't sit here for hours. You'd probably fall asleep after I tell you heaps of questions to ask. But some of the things would be, how many investors do you deal with versus mum and dad? So that'd be the first one I'd be asking, because how many of their clients would they be dealing with in your position trying to achieve what you want to achieve? And that's like, if they're dealing with mum and dads every day, if their highest client's got like 4 properties or 3 properties in their portfolio, are they going to be able to help you get to that next step of adding the 0 to it? If they've got 2 or 3 properties, or you want 20 or 30, there's a big difference in being able to finance 1 or 2 or 3 properties, or 10 or 20 or 30 properties. And having confidence in your broker is ultimately important for your success, because they must understand what it's going to take to get you there. And if they don't understand, I probably would stop the meeting there and go on and find someone that does understand your goals and does have clients in your position and have helped people in your position beforehand. Because I have clients that get to 10 properties, 20 properties, 30 properties, and they finance, like, for them to get finance, it is more complex because more things come into the factor, and it's important that the strategies that are there are dealt with correctly. And from Zinger Finance, from our side of things, my brokers come from being ex-bank credit assessors. They come from all different walks of life to be there, all within the banking industry with decades of experience. So very important that your broker has got the experience on the board to be able to give you confidence to be able to purchase your property portfolio, and that in turn will be able to get you to tell your boss where to go quicker, and very important. Another question, just some simple questions that you could be asking. I'm going to run through, like on that Ted Brandy, Monica and Talisha, where Ted, the little teddy bear, reads out that bad joke. How long would a pre-approval take? That'll give you confidence. Having a pre-approval will give you confidence when buying a property to be able to go out there, make an offer, make a decision happen. If you got pre-approval quicker, it means that you can move forward quicker. Which banks and lenders would you be putting me in contact with? And why would you be selecting me to a certain bank? Because a lot of brokers out there will actually get a higher commission for sending you to a certain bank. A lot of brokers will sit there and say, this will be the easiest one to get it approved. Well, let me just tell you, as a property investor, life ain't easy to build a big property portfolio. Ain't easy to make millions of bucks. However, what I want from my broker or from my bank person is the best. And if that means I have to do a little bit more hard work to make something happen, I never want to hear this is the easiest thing. If someone says this is the easiest, I think they're fucking lazy. Sorry for the swearing, but that's the way it is. You want to make sure that they're going to do the best thing for you to get you to your goals. Would you cross-collateralise my properties? If so, why do you need to do that? How come you're doing that? Would you suggest that I use 20% deposit to avoid lender's mortgage insurance? Would you suggest a 10% deposit? Would you suggest a 5% deposit? And why would you suggest that? Because there's a lot of companies out there which will say use a 5% deposit, you can buy a bigger property, you can buy a negative geared property, you can do whatever, but there's always a reason behind what they're saying. And personally, when building my property portfolio, I've said this before on previous YouTube videos, I used to use 5% deposits. It was awesome. But if I was to rebuild my property portfolio again today, in today's property market, I'd be using 20% deposits. So I use 20% deposits. Now, if I'm allowed to, some of the big properties that I buy nowadays, I need 50% LVR or 40% LVR. If you're sending me to a mortgage insurance company, are you going to be sending me to GE or QBE, or are you self-insuring the property? Because that will give me understanding, because each bank uses a different mortgage insurance company, and the mortgage insurance companies have different risk ratings to you as a person. So it's very important that your broker understands what you can buy with each lender, with each mortgage insurance company, because they will cap that at a certain figure. These are the most important questions that I'll be asking you. So if you haven't got your pen and paper out already, or if you're about to put this on rewind and watch it all again, with it, the question I'll be asking is, how soon after settlement do you believe that I can get a revaluation of the property to release some equity? Because let me tell you, I had a client recently who went to a bank, and the guy at the bank is managed by a certain person in a bank. The actual banker won't let anyone else look after him. He has a very good financial position. His bank manager, he bought a few properties, his bank manager will not allow him to reorder a valuation because he doesn't believe that the properties have gone up in value. We went via the broker channel using Zinger Finance, we went to other banks and sussed out exactly what the properties were worth, and they're all $50,000 to $80,000 more on the revaluation side of things, but the bank wouldn't let him order a revaluation on the property. So we're in the process of refinancing that for him so he can extract his equity and move on and be able to purchase more properties, which is his goal. The bank manager doesn't understand the fact that the guy bought properties below market value, especially in a moving market. So it's important that your broker, your bank manager, whoever it is, understands your goals and can help you get there, and understand that you can buy properties below market value. Because if they won't let you refinance or revalue your properties quicker than 12 months, then you're going to have to be sitting on the sideline for 12 months. And if you're sitting on the sideline for 12 months and the property market's moving by 50 grand on each property that you could be buying, yeah, they're losing money. And it's your bank manager or your finance broker or whoever that's costing you that money. Once again, you should tell them where to go. Yeah, I got a few notes that I had on the paper there. There are a few of them. If you'd like to know some more questions, maybe email the guys at Zinger Finance. So the email address is below. The guys in the team have vast experience in all different areas of lending, whatever your position may be, whether you're self-employed, whether you've got you're working with someone, whether you've got a business, whether you've just changed jobs, whether you're buying commercial, whether you're developing, whatever you're doing, they'll be able to put you in the right direction of what to do and where to go and how to achieve the best result. So appreciate watching the video. If you've got any questions, put a comment below. If you have an experience, put your comment below. If you have anything we want to get on top of for you, put the comment below. And also don't forget to subscribe above to watch more videos like this. We'll catch up soon.